Yeah, it's greener on the other side. If you want another bride, saying that you got it tight, something that you'll never find. Hey, oh, another life, you gon' want another try, something like the other night, looking for another high. Hey, oh, expensive taste like a movie. Eyes only looking for the beauty. They don't wanna go if they know me. Maybe missing out an opportunity. Need a Uber X, to pick you up on the way. Oh, insecurities gon' make it hard for you to lay low. Switch yourself for someone else, you do it if they say so. Act it like you haven't seen you rolling with the halo. Yeah, it said it's not on me. I know what I want, I'm just waiting for my calling. Yeah, you got a longing to make it with somebody, but lately you been stalling. Oh, lately you been stalling. Yeah, it's greener on the other side. If you want another bride, saying that you got it tight, something that you'll never find. Hey, oh, another life, you gon' want another try, something like the other night, looking for another high. Hey, oh, expensive taste like a movie. Eyes only looking for the beauty. They don't wanna go if they know me. Maybe missing out an opportunity. Yeah, the right one. Waiting for the right one. But you won't ever find one. Cause you're looking at the wrong ones. Passed up on the one that give you everything. Passed on the one that give you everything you need. Passed up cause you didn't see it on the screen, on the TV. Yeah, it's greener on the other side. If you want another bride, saying that you got it tight, something that you'll never find. Hey, oh, another life, you gon' want another try, something like the other night, looking for another high. Hey, oh, expensive taste like a movie. Eyes only looking for the beauty. They don't wanna go if they know me. Maybe missing out an opportunity.
Times we had, I see it now, I see it now. Real love, now I'll break through to show to you that I'm more good than I am bad. I'll work it out, I'll work it out. And I'll be somewhere that you need me, and I'll be holding my breath, waiting for you to show.
never cross your mind, oh yeah. I 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 never cross your mind, oh yeah. And I keep on thinking of you. And I keep on dreaming of you. Yeah, yeah. I can't even feel when we're both alone tonight. Yeah, yeah. Hey, and I keep on thinking of you. Okay. And I keep on dreaming of you. Okay. I can't even feel when we're both alone tonight. Feel you in my arms, it's the best. I don't ever wanna let go. I see you in my head, and I don't know if I wanna let go. Happy days come around when I'm feeling cold. Sad boy got the silence when he in the room. Listen to the drop, I've been taking all my time, it's a lot. Spending all the cookies and I'm locked. Looking on the beat that is cocked. Living my life but I'm feeling the pain. I'm taking my life together, rearrange. I remember we were broke, now it's music all day. Not talking seasons but it's all about the Coldplay. Never ever ever stop even when I hear to say I just gotta keep doing my thing if you ever need me. And I keep on thinking of you. And I keep on dreaming of you. Yeah, yeah. I can't even feel when we're both alone tonight. Yeah, yeah. Hey, and I keep on thinking of you. And I keep on thinking about you. And I keep on dreaming of you. And I keep on dreaming. I can't even feel when we're both alone tonight. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, okay,
Some days there's no one else who loves me like you used to. Some days I'm not myself, there's no one I can turn to. All the feelings that we shared are in the past. Your relationships are never meant to last. All the feelings that we shared are in the past. Your relationships are never meant to last. It might take some time, but I'll be alright. I'm moving on, moving on. I know times are tough, but I've had enough. I'm moving on, I'm moving on. Moving on.
down the waste, hoping I can drown the sorrows, but I love that bitter taste. So I'm addicted to you, visions of you. Come closer, 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 closer. Come closer, 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 visions of you.
It's Wednesday, December 17th at 8:02 p.m. and it's time for Crossfire. Crossfire Season 3 is powered by SCL.GG. These guys run 24/7 gaming servers. You can review all your matches in 2D. You can build some real structure into your gameplay, whether you're grinding alone or as a team. SCL.GG has everything you need to elevate your game, so head over there to SCL.GG and check them out. Thanks very much for the sponsors, guys. You're doing us a great service. My name is Mr. Henry Batt. I'm joined tonight by Floofies on the cast, and we got Will English behind us. Floofies, how's your day going?
I mean, most of it was good. I definitely didn't just, wake up, shove food in my face and get on the cast, all good.
I mean, sometimes it's like that, right? We had a match that we were going to watch tonight. I can't remember who it was. I'm trying to look back, but we got switched.
Versus Wanted
someone
Goons.
else.
It was going to be Wanted Goons versus Team Factor. It was going to be funny. I was going to have a whole bit because last night I was on Wanted Goons and I ended up with a bunch of their games last season as well. I was like, man, I feel like they're conspiring to put me on all the Wanted Goons games. Frack is trying to hire me or something. And I'm like, I don't know about that.
They're a great team to watch. They're consistently exciting, but we have a really exciting team to watch tonight too. Nutorious taking on Reunion, and it's a best of 3 in Group H. Nutorious currently sitting 2-0. Reunion 0-2. Both these teams trying to find their way, trying to find their footing in this off-season grassroots NA tournament. And Nutorious as the returning team from Season 2, trying to do the same, make it a clean 3-0 in groups. We have the maps in front of us. It's going to be Ancient Mirage and Nuke. I guessed Ancient, Mirage, and Inferno. What do you expect for these matchups tonight, Floofies?
No disrespect to Reunion, but I think it's going to be a pretty quick 2-0. I mean, if we go by just the positions in the group so far, where Nutorious are coming in 2-0 so far, and Reunion are coming in 0-2, that's a bad sign for Reunion, but also the fact that Nutorious are a team that shows up to not only the advanced playoffs, but also in the previous season they were showing up to ECL, and they would pretty consistently go deep in qualifiers. And Reunion, on the other hand, did not make main playoffs last season. So it's a little bit tough to try and extend that olive branch toward Reunion. Here's hoping we do get to see some of their best tonight.
Oh, definitely. Reunion, not a team to really brush off. They aren't doing great right now in Crossfire, but again, they're in Group H. Group H is the bottom group of all the groups here at Crossfire, and this is where the bottom of the top third teams are going to sit. You have Maverick, you have Omen, you have Nutorious, and Reunion just happens to fall into this group. And it's a pretty tough group, all things considered. Quick side note here, player on the side of Nutorious has been moved to the substitutes position. I heard he got banned for a week from Face It, so Lookie is going to be stepping up to take the spots. That is maybe a little bit of a setback for the Nutorious roster, but Jan did just join at the end of Season 55, so slotting in Lookie might be not too bad for the Notorious side. Something I really like talking about too.
Luke
rating.
Luke has been a player that has been playing with Notorious for a few seasons now, so I don't think that is too big of a loss to lose Jan. And if I can stand on my soapbox for just a second, if you're trying to be a competitor, good sportsmanship should be one of the core tenets that you play the game by. be a good winner and a gracious loser. It's not hard to say GG and shake hands. At least I don't think it should be.
No, it definitely is not. Sometimes at the highest level of competition, emotions do get in the way, but c'est la vie, this is the way it goes. One thing I want to point out here, something I really like talking about, because I know that this is a huge key point for people within the North American scene, at least, to say, I have a higher rating than you, I'm better than you. If we use that as a factor, if Yon were to still be in, Notorious's rating is about a 3050, 3100 overall as an average, and Reunion's looking at about a 2300. So 750 to 800 elo gap between these two teams on average. And like you mentioned, Notorious being that advanced playoff deep run ECL level team, Reunion being that stable platform within Maine, just barely outside the range of making playoffs, but yet it's still 5 players who've been together for quite some time. I know 3 of these players have been with Reunion for a while, ex-Reign above. So they have some playtime, they have some skills to definitely put on display, but this might be a little bit too much for them, as we're going to be kicking off with Ancient here in probably the next minute. Any last points you want to pass on to our lovely viewers?
Yeah, I mean, so I think that as you're going into something like Crossfire, where a lot of teams can be intermixed, and you're trying to get your feet wet as far as competition, maybe a word of encouragement for Team Reunion, and that is just that get out there, give it your best, and if you don't end up making it as far as you want, that's just should be more fire to compete and try again next season. And not only just try again next season, but get in there for ESEA, get in there for more qualifiers. The more organized CS you're able to play as a group, the better you get.
100% fully agreed. And outside of the 2 best of 3s Reunion has played here with Crossfire Season 3, they hadn't played one since playoffs of Season 54 over in Maine. And now with the changes that VRS has been added back into ESEA, I feel like they're all going to be best of 3 matches to make it at least a little bit more stable, I guess you could say. So Season 56 for Reunion is going to be a big season. They have a great starting place sitting in Maine. But again, getting in reps in the off season is always going to be a good thing. So you hit the nail on the head. Come in, a little fire in your belly. Make sure that you're ready to play. Don't quit. Don't give up. Always push forward. And realistically, that's what Crossfire is all about. Knife round is commencing. We're going to be jumping over to the cast, maybe in the next 5-10 seconds here. I'm just making sure. Yeah, Wardinio as the coach over there at Nutorious. This guy maintains his 2200 rating as well. And I know you know about this guy.
Yeah, Wardino has been the coach of a few different teams. He's been on Boss, he's been on Wildcard, he's been on Blue Jays. And so I think that having a coach like that to back you up is a lot more valuable than it can seem on the outside. Sometimes it's like the coach is just standing behind you, just being a cheerleader. But when these coaches actually have some tactical depth to their strat book, and especially if they're going in there with some of the tools like our sponsor, you get that opportunity to really flesh out the tactical side of Counter-Strike, not just the gunfire. But we are going to get right into this one. Reunion's map pick, starting things off on the C side.
That's Notorious's map pick. Yeah. It seems, yeah, that is interesting. Notorious getting the CT side.
Daring for Reunion. And they're going to start things off quite quickly over toward the B-bomb site. Bueller, though, able to dumpster 2. Reunion, though, getting that bomb down. Oh, he's going to sneak right in through the smoke. It's on the... What in the world? Was it on that side of the pillar as well? Now Texera has the bomb sectioned off from him, but he's going to take the fights right to Nutorious. First fight wins. Looking for the second. Oh! It's just nothing but headshots. Reunion closing this one out. One player alive, but that's all they needed.
Yeah, the opposite site bomb plant, I think by design from the Reunion boys. They push up ramp, they get the clean entries on site, trades are effective, and then they realize, well, if we push CT spawn, the only place they can come through is cave in the flank. And just like that, Texera cleans up a 2v1, putting the first on the board for Reunion. Purchase not coming back in for Nutorious. They're playing the smart eco game, and this is something that you and I talked about in the green room prior to this game. Nutorious have a chance here to really practice perfect practice. This is where, hey, we have an eco round. Let's do what we've talked about in the scrims. Go back to our drawing board and set up good plays, good fundamental Counter-Strike, and not give anything away for free.
Uh-oh. Hold on. I don't think they heard the fact that Messiah got ticked by that nade. And this is a very dangerous off angle that he's managed to sneak himself into. If Reunion aren't careful, he could rip a couple of heads off. He's going to start with one. Next player right into the server here. Wendy does get the trade. But still, losing a player so early on to the Deagles is definitely going to set you back a few steps.
100%. Bueller chasing with the Desert Eagle as well, chipping down 1D, so they know at least where two members are, and as they try to press the issue out towards mid, no one gets traded out. These Desert Eagles still coming in clutch. Easy rotations from Nutorious. Good team play and communication happening, but as that flank starts coming in through the B site, they're going to feel a little bit off kilter here. Reunion has split them up and found a timing towards the B site.
Oh, but this is something that can benefit Nutorious, is combining their three pistols together to try and get some picks. We've got the MAC-10 picked up as well. And again, when you are getting hit by just so many shots, now things get real dangerous. 2 versus 3. Nutorious pretty well armed, pretty well off. Bueller popping out of Temple. 1D gets both, but it's not going to be enough. Bueller showing up on Ferris Bueller's day off.
Bueller. Yeah, the start of the round is what really set this round in motion. Messiah getting ticked by the molly, but I feel like they might have heard it. It was just maybe a little bit of an awkward clear from Reunion and A main, and I think it was Texera who got his face ripped off quite early. Good retake from Nutorious, staying together, staying grouped, and just marching back into the site together. I felt like Bueller should have taken the first contact, being solo with the MAC-10 out of Cave, but he trades effectively and secures the first for Nutorious. No purchase coming back in. The bomb plant allows Reunion to save this round, purchase into the next. So like I was talking about, like we had spoken about, Nutorious has a chance right now to really put on display beautiful teamwork. Nice and slow. Make sure that you're not doing anything crazy. Just run your default. Understand what you're playing against. Make good communicative calls. Listen to the IGL and realistically don't look back. Reunion, they're going to have a hard time to bust through this.
Yeah, long tech pause. We'll see what's going on with the players hopefully soon. But yeah, definitely a rough change of momentum for Reunion. You never want to lose that follow-up round. That second round can be so important to farm up money, and we can already see the cracks starting to show. Pistols now with a couple of rifles supporting. So this is a Hail Mary for Reunion to take back momentum of this one. Even worse still, Luke has already got that AWP, so this one could be real tricky.
I don't like seeing that. In my opinion, you win that second round, you know that Reunion's going to be on a force, followed by potentially a save. And your Opera forces that massive investment. Yeah, it's powerful, don't get me wrong. You're not going to be able to stop a rush with it. And if you die, you give over a super powerful weapon to the opposite side. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that the op is a valuable purchase in this kind of round when they know that they're probably going up against the Eco or the Force Buy?
Well, I would pick it up on Mirage. I'd pick it up on Dust too. I'd probably pick it up on Inferno or Overpass. But Ancient is actually a map where the op is notoriously underserved. A lot of players will try to play this over toward A main, and that's where we can already see on the X-rays that Luke is playing that over there. But it's funny that mid is not actually as strong of an op position as it is in some other maps. Now, Nutorious, they do lose that early fight over by Insane, and that might bait something interesting here, because Reunion are getting started on a march toward the A-bomb site.
But this is a setup from Nutorious. They're looking at this saying, we've only heard the Tech 9s ring out. Maybe the one AK-47 might have shot. But they're setting themselves up for the retake on A site. As I say that, of course. Is it Lukey or Lookie?
It's Luke.
Luke? Okay. Luke rotates off, leaving Messiah alone back site. And Powder comes in. No util. He's got a big job to do here. Wendy deals with him with the Desert Eagle almost too easily. So this is going to be a 4v3 post plant. Nutorious has a big job ahead of them, and this op not looking favorable in the post plant.
Yeah, it's always going to be rough. There's so few spots to play it because there's so many spots where you could take so much space on that T side. But The one thing for Reunion to be worried about is they've got Toasty now coming in from A main. Haven't really taken any looks toward it. We'll see if Luke got the shots here. He's got Bueller backing him up, and now Toasty activates from A main. Texera, the first one to fall. Three players left still for Reunion, so it's not going to be still easy. Oh, there we go. Luke jumps out. They're not staying on the bomb. They're not staying on the bomb, but they don't need to. Toasty rips their heads off. And Texture just cannot find the diffuser.
That's an expensive round to lose, though. Like, or to win, realistically. Nutorious Toasty picks up the op to save for his buddies, but look at the money. Luke has 2750 going into this round? No, okay, no, he bought armor. Okay, so 3750, but still, the purchase coming back is not great. Reunion are feeling pretty good about that one with the bomb plant. They're going to force back into it. And we were talking about cracks on the Reunion side after that pistol round victory failed conversion. There's a couple of cracks on the Nutorious side as well, losing Insane early on, and then reestablishing that fight towards A site on the retake. It looked pretty good, but definitely cracks to be shown here. An advanced playoff team versus a middle of the road main team. It should be a little bit more one-sided.
It should be, but a lot of these main players can definitely shoot. And one of the things to think about when you're going into team play CS is there are some players that don't even bother to worry about their elo. They're there for the team, and that's all that they need. But Texture Reunion just mows down Messiah.
Insane's got to stay alive in Donut. He really has to stay alive. He might flank through Red Room to link up with his team, but his job should be to hold this position here to allow the rotates to come back in. There's a flank coming back through B site. Owen finds one. Bueller trades back out, and Insane finally pops out through that Donut position, and a long-range fight against Texera puts him down. To a 2-on-2 we go.
Not a great scenario. One thing I did a shot after this round is, oh man, Bueller goes to the tap on the bomb. He does now. Picks up the MP9, the perfect weapon to have for that close range engagement.
My question is go find the op, or does he take the AK?
Well, one thing to touch on is with Nutorious winning rounds, they are continuing to keep Reunion's cash in check. Even if they are not doing so well themselves, they do get to keep a little bit of extra cash. $50 a player. It's something that I bring up anytime it feels like the game is even on kills, when it's really not. Like, that $50 is what takes this from being a T-sided game into an even game. It's what takes it from being T-sided to sometimes even feeling CT-sided on a map that's historically been CT-sided. Reunion just get mauled as they walk out mid, and Owen is the last symptom of that.
That's a better round from Nutorious. We can see the util being used over towards Catwalk. They have that standard molly towards ramp, molly on Catwalk, double nades to slow down any kind of push from the T side to get in to Jaguar. And when they realize the push is just coming straight out mid, they're going to just slide out through the heaven position and support their boys in mid and shut them down. That was a beautiful play from Nutorious. A beautiful hold on the anti-eco. Now the AK's full utility back in the hands of the Union, and they're setting up a little bit more of a default play.
Well, 4 rounds in a row now for Nutorious. Reunion able to buy up once again.
As the smoke fades Jaguar, this is going to be a big fight to be taken. Insane looking for a flash from his teammates. A little bit lackluster when Texture makes the contact. And as they get their way into Jaguar, it doesn't look like they're slowing down towards this B site. Of course, I say that, and a huge pause comes from the Reunion side. And the rotation just now coming in from Messiah, but you can see the depth of the Nutorious defense here. Messiah, or Toasty deep in A main. He's going to have a late rotate. Luke's stuck towards mid, so he's got to get himself out of there. And they're going to potentially bolster the B site as Reunion start walking their way in. Tons of util to hit this execute as well. Flashes and smokes for everywhere. And you need to let this util land before they move in. If not, Messiah's going to be able to get the jump on them.
It's a good start on this defense already. Just flattening the attack as it started to walk on out. And Nutorious, they've slain everyone. It's just Clum left standing in the 1 versus 3. But Bueller going to just peek right out. Rip has had it clean off, and it's a 5-1 start. And I think this is the look that we were expecting when we got into the game tonight for Nutorious.
Yeah. Reunion, though, like, they're still making the plays. Like the team play is still there. Hey guys, let's push mid. All 5 of them go. They're trying to do that old Virtus plow style of we can make the trade and get the bomb plant. It's okay. Hey, fall back, set up for the execute towards B site. It's still, the calls are still being followed, but we saw a few little mistakes there as they entered the B site. Deep smoke on long side, deep smoke on short side as well, giving 2 advantages to Messiah and Bueller to find their kills. And then a little bit of a team flash, slowing down that 4-man push out of cave onto B site. But it was all for naught. And as we start round number 7, a little bit of a tech pause comes in, and Club has left the server.
Yeah, yeah. Classic tech issues we had. I mean, obviously, having Faceit to organize the tournament for anti-cheat and servers makes things a whole lot easier than, having to organize all of the servers ourselves or use some client that people might be unfamiliar with. You're still going to have players that the computers might not be able to handle it at, 400 frames that they want. Sometimes disconnects. Yeah, this is going to be a strong retake, although they've already lost the off on Luke, but the rifles should serve perfect purpose here as Reunion getting picked apart one at a time. 1D just looking to try and steal this off away at the end of the round. He gets it. Ooh, one. Not going to be able. They're just jumping around at him. It's a fun little spray down there. 2 unsuspecting players just get flattened, and so Reunion looking to make their presence known on the A-bomb site. Boanera getting activated early on, tip of the spear, but Messiah behind the boxes going to remove the teammate from behind. Get caught with a nade in your hand now, runs out of ammo, and that might just be the end of this one. Luke with a kill, and it's a 7-1 in a bloody 9th round, or bloody 8th round. That's just Nutorious are feeling pretty confident. I think at this point that they're not being too they were pressed early in the game, and now they're getting into that comfortable flow state. Luke just blasting around, knocks down 2, down to 2 more, knocks down 1, but Onera AWP responds. So Nutorious actually kicked off the site here, and this op of Onera is going a little bit ham. It's a little bit worrying. Insane, though, responds with the headshot. Plum on 44 HP. This is a dangerous spot to be as the smoke start to fade. That's again, we had the Nova kill. That meant a nice $1,200 in the pocket, and I think Notorious, they realize what's going on here. They realize their role in this game. My only question is when we're going to start getting things like Bisons and P90s and even sawed-offs. Xera able to pull one back, but it is not going to be enough. I think you made a good point on that previous round that Notorious, they like to style on their opponents. I think one thing you could call them is the Harlem Globetrotters of North American Counter-Strike. They're a little bit of hometown heroes. They bring their whole crew, they bring the party, and we bring the Counter-Strike. And while they are able to make deep runs in playoffs and frequently feature pretty deeply in Fragadelphias and other lands, unfortunately, being able to style on your opponents is not the same as, oh, this is an M249. Oh, well, all right then. Oh, that whole situation took way too long. The clear and then actually getting the kill. The Zeus didn't go off nearly in time. Look, this round is just chalked in so many ways. Good kills for Reunion for sure. Owen Era picking up the AWP. They had 4 ops. Yeah, now they get the chance to set the pace. They get to... Well, I mean, they were setting the pace on the CT side already. Pretty frequently, they had just charged down mid, and they were on shelf, they were in corner, they were just all over Reunion's home. And now they get the chance to thrust that home wide open with a bomb. I don't... Yeah, well, that's the T side winning both of our pistols here on Anubis. I mean, on Ancient. So, you know, not the worst thing in the world. I do too. So we should be getting map pool changes, right? You can just get Anubis back. Oh, he's holding on to it too? Hey. Wait, we only hear one of the casters? Wait. This... Wait. Wait, so this whole game... Oh, dear. Oh, my gosh. Look at the P90s. 3 P90s for Nutorious, and they get leveled. The XM and the M4 just obliterate. Wait, so okay. So if you hear me type, I hear floofies. All right, you hear fluffies. Well, that was around. All right. Well, it's all my show now. Only me and only me. And look at the buy here. So one of those shotguns that Reunion had has been saved over, the auto shotty with a pack of rifles. Starts off well. Clum just charging into the face of Insane and just obliterates him. But Nutorious are already on the B-bomb site. They are making it their own. Already Owen Yura has been leveled down to the 4 versus 4 with bomb down. Now rifles come out for both sides. Looking a lot better for Nutorious. Bring it down to the 1 versus 1, and Clum's still got the XM in hand. Position known, Toasty instantly beheads him, and it's a 13-3 for Nutorious.
Testing. I've been here. I swear it. Dinky CS. Do you hear me? I know you see me. Do you hear me?
I kind of wish you didn't see me. I feel like I
Here,
haven't gotten
nice.
time
Let's
to
go.
wash my face and
Let me just
really
say
but here I am.
everything I just said for the last 16 rounds. No, I'm just kidding. Nutorious do what we figured they would do. A quick 13-3 on their map pick of Ancient. After the 9-1 start, they start kind of messing around just a little bit, but we couldn't expect anything less from the Nut boys. They're a little nutty over there. They have a lot of fun doing it, but while we sort out prod in between these two matches, should we take a quick little break here, Floofies?
I would like that. We run a quick commercial break. We get the next prediction rolling. So we are going to be headed up to Mirage. I will get a prediction for chat. And yeah, we'll see you in a few minutes.
Fart.
I can take it.
You never had any patience. It's like a vision you couldn't see clear. And now life's a conversation. You bet it's only one side of love. I hear you saying, you say you like me better all the way. And I swear that I try, but I was so blind. They say it works it if you let them stay. So I count my dice. This is my good. And now I'm saying, resting and drifting. That was all that I had. But no more, said no more. I faced it. My scars won't have ghosts. No more. You will never love me like I do. I would try to forget you, but I never do. And when I close my eyes, I'll know that you're never by my side. You will never love me like I do. I would try to forget you, but I never.
Comical Domination, Notorious 13-3 reunion on their own map pick of Ancient, M249s, Tasers, and Novas. P90s, I think, sprinkled in there a little bit to close it out in typical Notorious fashion. They're going to move on to Mirage with probably some confidence that might get shut down early. What do you think, Floofies?
I think that if we're trying to go for the weapons around the world, we were missing out on R8s, Swag 7s, auto snipers. I don't think I saw a FAMAS, actually, which is really weird. We're missing MP9s, MP5s, or MP7s, MP5s. I think we also need
CZ?
CZ. Yeah. Well, no. Okay.
We
Even if
we
you're
didn't
going
see
for the
it in
weapons
Negev.
around the
We
world,
saw
no
it
one
in
uses
249.
CZ.
JW still does.
I know
Shout out-
people
shout
actually
out
do.
one
It's
time.
still like, what the heck? Anyway, yeah, it's tough to talk about a game like that and really be like, well, what do you do if you're in the reunion camp? Try and enjoy it.
Exactly. That is exactly what I was going to talk about. Reunion, probably not feeling too hot after that one. It's always a little bit worse, a little bit of like, what's the saying? Like when you get hurt and then make it worse.
Rub salt in the
Using
wound.
Yeah, rub salt in the wound.
Twist
That's
the knife.
exactly it. Yeah, twist the knife a little bit. That's exactly it when they see the Nova solo pushing down ramp and stuff. Now, again, we are going on to Mirage. This is the tactical boxing ring of North American Counter-Strike. All these players, level 10 and Face It, realistically 2,400 rated players on Reunion. These guys are going to know what to do. They're going to have a couple layers of protocols. They're going to be able to fight back. It's really going to come down to if they can get on the bomb site, set up a good plan. But Notorious, maintain what they're doing. It's going to be pressure, pressure, pressure. And if Reunion can't deal with it, then this one might go the way of the dodo for Reunion. Notorious starting on the CT side. Reunion's map pick, of course, they get seconded to the T side again. And Notorious looking for a fight out towards mid.
Yeah, I'm still kind of a little bit flabbergasted. Oh, hold on. Wait, what the heck is going on? Nutorious trying to sneak through connector as Reunion come charging down mid. Smoke out, and it's going to be a B hit. All right, fair enough. Bueller waiting in apartments with the dualies. This could be dangerous. This could be completely destructive, but Texera peeks him. Now Reunion, 4 versus 4. Bomb planted. Full retake now for Notorious. They've already lost one, but a quick trade right back leaves them in the man advantage. Messiah in from window. Drops one as well. Clum now to respond. 1 versus 2 to try and hold this bomb site off, but can't stand up to Insane, and Notorious will start this one off with a defuse.
Yeah, 5v4, post plant coming in for Reunion. They lose a couple, like their wings clipped. I think the A ramp push came in probably at the right time, but Notorious not rotating too quickly on that cap contact. But you can still see the communication there from Notorious is on the up and up. They wait for their teammates to collect in, mark it. They walk out of door and window at the same time. They deal with the E-box player, fight the default site player, and then 2v1 double swing back site to close it out and put a first on the board.
Am I really seeing this?
Purchasing the op in the second round. Yeah, you're seeing this.
Like, this is... okay. The third round is fine, because the third round you have a little bit more knowledge about what's going on. With the bomb plant, I guess what they're expecting is Reunion were going to go fully spend all their money, force in, buy Galils, buy SMGs, and buy armor, and so that op was going to be able to remove them one at a time, and they weren't going to have to deal with getting up close and personal pressure. But with pistols, I feel like that the op is actually almost disadvantaged. You've got 5 players, and if the spacing is perfect, they can be up and on you before you know what hit you. Toasty, though, but they're up and on B. The fake gets sold, and Reunion able to take the bomb site.
Now this op is looking a little weird for this retake. Texture takes the skull of Bueller. Knows he's got another fight ahead of him. Toasty finds the kill outside of T-Apps, I guess, towards T-Spawn, and Op goes down. He's pressured now by the Tech 9. Plum finds a double in market. Now this is getting real awkward. He picks that Op up 2v2, and the bomb ticker's still bomb timer's still ticking. Toasty trying to slink away with this, but that Op coming back to laugh him in the face. Not a great job by Nutorious. And as we were talking about that round, it was starting to add things up. And I'm sitting here going, how does he get an Op head armor in that round? Right,
Well,
$5,700, but it was insane who got 3 kills and the bomb defuse. So he must have not purchased in the pistol round because that's 3,500. Well, maybe he got because he got the kills. The math seems weird. 250 plus 9 plus 3.
This
Okay.
I think that round is emblematic of why you always respect your opponent. No matter who they are, you never know when they can pull something out that's gonna bamboozle you. Speaking of bamboozled, Luke on the no armor op this time around. So ops 2 rounds in a row in rounds 2 and 3. That feels extremely risky and maybe not worth a while. When
If he had the money this round, no doubt. Right, they're forced into this, but as the reunion squad just pops on the B side, yeah, I'm feeling what you're saying. This is what I talked about back on Ancient, that third round op purchase after you won the conversion. It just never feels right. Yeah, if you get the opening pick, it's great. If you get a second, it's even better. But if you get overwhelmed on a site, or even peaked by O and Arrow through connector with the AK, it's not going to feel really good giving over 2 ops to the enemy within the first 3 rounds of the game.
again, I can appreciate the full buy into this round, but if you had enough money for the op, that means you had enough money for 3 MP9s. So instead of having one player that is fully tanked up with the scoped rifle, instead you could have been so much better off. The other thing to keep an eye on here is the fact that Notorious have left that B bomb site open now 2 rounds in a row, or nearly open with just one player to guard it. And Reunion have done a fantastic job of abusing that. So, going from, all right, we can't make a dent in this defense, to suddenly, hey, we can shoot. I mean, it's Mirage. We picked this map for a reason.
100%. Tech timeout coming in for Reunion. I think they're looking over towards the A site and they're saying, listen, we know they're on a low buy. These guys are going to do some sneaky shit. Let's just execute beautifully onto the A site. I hope that's a plan. But to their detriment, they are allowing Wardino on the mic. Notorious's coach. This guy's coached some pretty good teams within the North American region. He's going to be able to settle the boys down, screw their heads on straight, and say, look, stop messing around. Let's just close this out. No more ops in the second round. Don't purchase the op when you can get MP9s like Floofy said. Let's just play smart, calculated Counter-Strike and go 3-0 in the group and set ourselves up for playoffs, because they did this last season. They went to playoffs 3-0 and they got beat first round by Aether 0-2. And that's probably not a great feeling.
Well, again, if they don't start playing in a more respectful and, I don't even want to say standard way, because you don't have to play standard, but they have to realize that just because they're better than a team doesn't mean that they should play. I don't even have the words to describe it right now. All I can see is that Reunion have gone for A, Nutorious have left it open, and so it's just going to be a complete shooting gallery here, a nice target-rich environment for Onera, for Reunion to grab that quick 3-0 start. I don't see a world where Notorious are able to battle back and defuse this.
Rifles in the next, though. Euler, sneaky. Layered defense on the post plant, though, and his target-rich environment becomes negative. Toasty left alone with a taser outside murder hole, but this will be rifles in the next for Nutorious, and realistically, there should be a change of pace by them. You talked about them giving up the B site really early. They're trying to take these aim battles throughout mid, and they're kind of playing sloppy, calculated Counter-Strike when they should be playing perfect practice Counter-Strike. We saw this over on Ancient. They started the 9-1, and then they started getting into a little bit of the trolls, a little bit of the fuck-arounds, and time to sort it out.
Well, The nice thing for Nutorious is we're not that deep into the half just yet.
Nope.
Yeah, you've lost 3 rounds, but the nice thing about the CT side is you do have access to a ton of extra money. And so now you get reset. All right, now the game can begin properly. You're 2 rounds behind, but this is where it's time to really show that you're here for a reason. You know, you do still want to win, even if you want to do it a little bit silly. And we are definitely
should be getting
seeing.
cleared out at ramp here. They heard the footsteps.
Uh-oh. Oh, insane. Shreds 2. Onira responds, but now Texera trying to come in with a Glock. He doesn't want to go with the AWP, but it works out. Fortunately, they lose Clum on the backside, and so Texera going to have to win this alone. 1 versus 3, AWP, A ramp, and Nutorious are swarming about.
Luke had a really good timing there. He was jumping around in the mid-window smoke. He felt pressure by taking some 8K rounds to the chest. Didn't quite kill him, but when he came through the top connector, he was able to spot out the Reunion players trying to make a 3-pronged attack onto the site. He tagged up Palace. Finally got killed, though, and his Cat teammates and Ticket Booth defenders were able to hold it down. Great double on ramp. Who was that? Insane on ramp with that big double with the MP9? I mean, Reunion heard the footsteps there. They heard the pitter-patter. It was just their clear that was a little bit haphazard, a little bit sloppy, a little slow with that flashbang. Coordination was there. They need a few more reps, that's all. Nutorious got a second, and the AWP does come back into the hands of Luke. So this is going to be a full purchase versus full purchase.
Yeah, and this is a little bit more of, again, the standard and the normal Nutorious play that we're expecting. Bueller just sprays down 2 on Cat. Reunion gonna have to respond, and it looks like it is going to be a B hit for these remaining 2 versus 4. Ollie over toward Cat does keep Bueller back. The AWP able to activate as well. Luke responds with one of his own, but Texera WP in the 1 versus 3. He's got enough bullets to do this, but the timing is just not on his side as Luke shreds his head. And Reunion now even things, or Nutorious even things out.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They're going to have a little bit of an anti-eco here. Nutorious reading the money the same way we are. They can't see it, but they feel it. These are all amazing players. They understand exactly what is in front of them. So they should close this out, put this up to 4. Toasty had an MP9, gets the M4 instead, and I'm happy to see it. Utility and rifles, but Reunion look like they just want to go for a little bit of a Palace pop, and the last time they walked out A ramp, they got rocked. So here they go.
Well, again, so that's the risk with the AWP, is you just get overwhelmed as the pistols charge into your position. Reunion doing some good damage this round with the Tech 9s, and they get the bomb down as well, so that money is going to be more than repaired. They do lose the planter, but with the bomb down, Onira could have the ability to back it away. Not too much space to do so, and Nutorious, they will find that final frag and defuse for a 4th.
I feel like I hate that setup on A site. Okay, I understand the connector player wanted to grab mid control with the teammates, but playing behind triple box with an op to hold A ramp when you know that they're on a low buy seems a little not in the favor of success. But Nutorious with the weapons are the 4th on the board. They're going to have to deal with the AKs now of Reunion. And their utility's looking pretty good on the T side. They're able to grab mid-control quite quickly. Their utility is forcing back the Nutorious guys, forcing Bueller to consistently take these cat fights. And as Messiah peers over the top, Con smoked by design. He's actually pulled away. He said, nay, nay.
Oh, so I think what we're seeing here is the 2 sides of Nutorious. The freaky side and the standard side, the serious side. And as soon as Nutorious realize, okay, freaky doesn't work all the time, they switch on, and they're looking quite scary, all things considered. Reunion not having a lot of responses to anything in this one. 2 players out through Palace, though, does catch Messiah by surprise, and Insane gonna fall as well. We're down to the 3 versus 3, and again, Reunion gonna get this bomb plant out A site. Nutorious, they might clock in, but they do need to continue to lock in, and 2 players in through Cat, or in through Connector, are going to do just that. Luke's off, deletes Clum, Nutorious now take a 2-round lead. But again, it's been bomb plants, so Reunion going to be able to keep buying here.
Yeah, they definitely are. Clem with a 2K entry onto the site. He's the new boy over there at the reunion squad. Most of these guys have been here for quite a while. Season 52, season 51 for Texture and 1D, but Clem joining just after season 55 and quite the pickup as well. He did pretty well over on Ancient. He crosses his T's, dots his I's. He knows his utility and his timing. He's never afraid to get into the action. And we saw him just walk out Palace and find a quick 2K to give yet another bomb plant for the T side. Second tack timeout being used. They were unsuccessful post last timeout. This could be a change of pace now. They're going to have less weapons. Maybe they're expecting Nutorious to get aggressive on this one. But are they forcing back into this? Lost bonus is adding up, so they only need to save about $1,000. Texera spending it all. Maybe they're expecting another bomb plant? I don't know. Nutorious starting to take a lead, though, 5-3.
Yeah. Again, we're starting to see Nutorious lock back in. And we saw the same kind of thing on Ancient, where, all right, the first few rounds were really messy. They were a little bit silly. And then Nutorious locked in, and they just didn't give Reunion a single avenue of attack. Now, quick trade over toward ramp to start this one off. Molly lands on stairs, so Messiah can be sectioned off from the site entirely as Reunion just parade on by. Oh, they're going to go all the way into CT's spawn as well. They elect to
Toasty heard
ignore
this,
the A-bomb site. Toasty will show them the error of their ways. Sprays down.
The pistol
looking for
flash
the
worked.
third.
Oh no! The triple push.
Reheated. Oh, that's just awkward. The shot misses.
They had
and you're
time
like,
for the
well,
plant.
Guess I'll die.
Yeah, they had time for the plant, but instead they triple push into spawn. Toasty just too ready for it. I think he heard the pitter patter of a couple pushing towards him, and he realized, well, Bueller's still sitting on B site. He's not supporting me from market. I can't die. We can't give them this space. We've been cut off from stairs and connector with some good utility from the Reunion side. I just need to survive, and he does it beautifully. Now as we move into round number 10, Reunion back onto the low purchase here, just upgraded pistols, a couple of pieces of armor. And it looks like they want to go for a little bit of a B split here, and the setup for Nutorious is for that, the low util B split on truck and apps.
And it's always one of those things that's so upsetting when you're on the side of it, is the rifle and watching the speedy Tech 9 fly around and you just cannot hit it. It is a mosquito that pecks away at you until you're just dead. But unfortunately for Reunion, that is not going to be enough for them. 2 rounds left in the half, and now, I mean, things are kind of looking a little bit like Ancient.
Yeah. I still got to stay in favor of Reunion here. I got to say, the calls that are being made are being followed. And when you make a call and it's followed, there's only 2 options. It works or it doesn't work. But if someone says no or they change the play, it goes from it works to it doesn't work versus 2 sets of it works and it doesn't work. And you can never dissect that back in the VOD review. So at least they're giving themselves a chance here to improve post this tournament, post Crossfire. And I say post because I feel like Nutorious is still just going to close this one out and send them 0-3, no playoffs, Christmas break starting early.
I mean, that's not the worst thing that could happen. You know, Christmas, a busy time for a lot of people. Luke, jumping around, does get caught by Clum on stairs. But, you know, hey, it gives you more time to be with family. You don't have to think about Counter-Strike over the break. You can start that new year fresh. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Wait a minute. Clum's still not done with this round just yet. A whole minute left, and the bomb is going to be extracted over to that A-bomb site. Molly over toward Messiah as well, keeping the Nutorious boys back. They'll get the bomb down.
Look at Toasty. Look at Toasty. M249. I didn't even notice it. This fucking guy.
Now, again, we've gone from the locked-in Nutorious back to the freaky Nutorious. So, you know, they're like, we've got a very healthy lead, and I've got M249 equipped, so I'm going to use it and pretend like it's an AK. The one tap on the texture does look quite nice.
It's funny
Headshot.
that's one thing that I want to say I love and hate about Counter-Strike is the M4 and the M249 use the same bullet, the NATO standard 5.56. One shots a helmet, one does not. Explain. You can't.
Look, if you're
Doesn't
looking
make
for
sense.
realism in Counter-Strike
I know,
or in any video game, you're in the wrong
It
place.
definitely takes more than 2 slashes to kill someone.
I mean, let's also think about the fact that most of the knives in this game are illegal, at least in some states.
This is not a state. Where is Mirage? Where, I don't even know what country this is set
Uh,
in, but yeah,
the other thing
multiple
is if
M249s, AUGs, and an AK for the CT side. These guys, man, oh, they're having some fun now. Notorious, not afraid to lose a few rounds to enjoy their time, and realistically, maybe you and I have to lighten up a little bit too. Notorious
see
could teach us something.
if they're gonna equip the M249, I wish they'd at least have some fun skins for it. Right? Like it's not a weapon that has very expensive skins. We have the opportunity to kind of be an artiste with the stickers and do fun things, but I see default M249s. And if you're gonna BM, at least BM with style.
This guy's got a Blast TV Major sticker on his box there.
Oh, this is a souvenir from the Anubis collection. We can see from the Anubis sticker on there as well. Phase Navi. So last was Shanghai, if I want to remember correctly.
That's the Blast Austin Major, though. It says Blast TV Major.
Yeah, but
Was Anubis at the Major?
Anubis was at the Major, but I think that icon is from Shanghai, if I'm not mistaken, because those are not the Austin stickers.
Oh, Toasty left. Last round of the first half.
Paris Major. It's the Paris Major.
Oh, it says it right there. Yep, that's right. Paris Major. Paris Major. No, look, chat says absolutely. My M249 is named It's Not Rust, bro. Because it's the Goat Rust skin. Okay. I don't know what that means, but
I've never played Rust. Hey, while we're talking about skins, Texture does win that round. I feel a little bad because, that's one where Reunion probably gonna be like, yes, are we back in it?
And realistically, they could be, right? Anything is possible in Counter-Strike. Reunion, obviously not giving up. They're not playing into the silliness that Nutorious is. They're understanding what they're against, and they're still taking the fights. And I'm happy to see Clum still on top over there as the new boy at Reunion. He's been gifted the dualies. It's armor for most on the CT side. Owen Era to gift those dualies to his teammates. And with a single flash, no, he's just over towards the B site. So Reunion might have a good call here. If they can find this kill towards Bueller, they do. Insane has taken a boatload of damage for his troubles, and they haven't even seen anybody yet.
Yeah, I mean, 8-4, as painful as some of those rounds felt for Reunion, is not the death knell that it could be. And with 4 versus 4, Nutorious, they're making the way out onto the B-bomb site, but the rotation's already coming in, and Clum has gone huge with 2. Just going to be Insane left standing as he's lost his entire team. 2 pistols, 4 men. Can he pull this one off? 1:05. Rotation starting to come in toward the A-bomb site. This could be huge, though, as Murder Hole hasn't been broken.
He knows his flank is secure, but as his footsteps start making noise towards jungle, they're going to spot him. Bubble hold him. Texera puts him down, and there you go. Luke had probably stabbed him in spawn as they ran towards B site. This isn't a face it pug. This is live. This is real. And we didn't have a chance to really suture up this scoreline. If they can get 6 before the buy comes back in, Notorious are really going to have to flip their socks. We're going to have to tighten up a little bit. But this is looking pretty good.
About the M249 is the most expensive one that you can buy on the market right now is a Blizzard Marbleized from the Office Collection in Factory New. It's $135.
No way.
So if you wanted to style with the M249, you could spend $135. It's actually cheaper than doing something like a Negev, because the Negev has trade-ups to... There's a Negev that has a trade-up to the Op Gungnir, and so that thing is multiple thousands of dollars. Outside of that, a few notable M249s. I'm a big fan of the Nebula Crusader.
Coming back to casters, we lost the stream here. A little bit of a
we
drop.
lost the stream, so I'm going to go back to talking about M249s. Cheap-wise, the downtown from the recoil actually looks really good, and you can get in stat track, which I think is sweet.
Looking it up.
If you like red, system lock has you all set. And what else? What else is good for M249s? I mean,
Oh, that actually looks pretty nice.
Oh, never
Downtown.
mind. I'm wrong. There's a more expensive one. You could buy a souvenir gator mesh for $7,000. Somebody's apparently selling a well-worn one.
Is it like one of one? Is it like
I don't know.
it's Gator Mesh is from one of the original cases though, right? Like that's super long time ago. Maybe it's part of a trade up to get gloves or something.
Well,
because I
so-
had a Buzzkill in my inventory and I bought it for $9 3 or 4 years ago, and I just got $670 for it.
No, what it is there's just none on the market. So it is a well-worn M249 Gator Mesh souvenir. So it has one of the old souvenir stickers, Shooter, and for some reason this person on CS Float has put 4 OC glitters on it, and they are selling it for $69.69.69. And
Maybe they're hoping for someone to make a mistake.
maybe.
Maybe they want OC to notice them. Who knows? That doesn't seem right though. I think we're getting right back into the game though. We are. And now Nutorious potentially getting a 9th on the board. They fumble right towards the end of that first half. Of course, another pistol from Reunion. They convert it that time. But Nutorious coming back in with the weapons. They find a relatively clean 9th on the board. Money pretty good for the CT side, so they're going to purchase back into this. Notorious's money is looking good too, but it is on that point of break. 1900 loss bonus for both these teams. So the next round victory, whoever wins. Oh, never mind. Reunion kind of conceding this one, playing the economical advantage. And this is something you and I talked about in the preamble a little bit, the green room before we started. We said Reunion has to have fun with this, and they just have to play some smart Counter-Strike, right? They need to know the position they're in and never give up. And this is a great sign of that. Yeah, we just lost a round. We can't purchase into the next. Let's not have a half buy. We know we can beat these guys if we play smart Counter-Strike. And this is smart Counter-Strike. Giving Notorious 10 instead of making it an 11th. They're starting off right here.
Ooh, wait a minute. The pistols actually get 2 back, and Clum able to recover the AK. That's 2 for Texera as well. So this actually is kind of a dangerous round for Nutorious, as 1D just drops loot from afar. The 1D, and that leaves Bueller all alone. 1 versus 3. Suddenly his team has left him, and this Mortal Realm looking unfriendly. 1 versus 3. Reunion not anywhere near, so he will manage to shake over toward the CT's spawn to try and face who's ever there, but no one too far out. Plum slinks back into the shadows, but he's not able to hit the shots, and Texera, the pistols have it. They steal away a round that, realistically, there's no scenario where they really should have had.
That's just speed from Nutorious. They're hearing nothing, they're seeing nothing. They're going through their protocols of sniffing out any kind of stack. And when they see no flash from A site over, they know, okay, these guys are probably on a little bit of a save. They don't expect the mid push off of nothing. And they get caught with their pants down. That's a 7th on the board for Reunion. And like I said, a broken buy for Nutorious. And if they force back into this one, Reunion have a real chance to close that scoreline up quite quickly. So attack pause does come in. Reunion using their 3rd. Awkward enough, but this is another chance for Ordino to get on the mic, chat with the Nutorious boys and say, listen, 2 options. We force and we win out right now, or we force, we lose. And these guys are going to be up to 9. They're going for the force win out option. Of course they are. AK, Galil's Mac 10, and a Desert Eagle, a deadly pairing of weapons. Reunion, 3 AKs though. Going to be pretty scary.
I'll be honest, if we end up going to a map 3 just because Nutorious are screwing around too much, I'm actually going to be a little bit upset. Like, again, in every universe, Nutorious should win this, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Reunion. I think it's fantastic that they've won the rounds that they've won, and I think that it looks really good on them. But Nutorious should be closing it out.
This is an ECL level team versus a mid-road main team with 2 new pickups over the past 2 seasons. You know what I mean? Like this is different Counter-Strike. This is 1,000 elo difference, realistically average pound for pound. This is massive LAN experience, multiple tournament experiences, best of 3s against the best North American teams in the world versus, oh, this is the first time this team's been into a tournament, right? Like, you're correct. Notorious should be shutting this out, but Reunion are really putting on a show for us. Texera with the 308 finding 2 towards ramp, and he's got more to deal with.
Yeah, this is already looking a little bit rough. The Reunion have stumped 2, and Notorious have got to be feeling a little bit bamboozled off the back of this. Insane gets one, but response out of Onira already. Double kill onto Insane, leaving just Toasty alone. 1 versus 4. Again, this is Reunion have snuffed out Notorious now a couple of rounds in a row very early on. A lot of times you'll see just a couple of pickups, one at a time, rising to a conclusion, but this time, no, it's just a full bloodbath in the first minute, 2 rounds in a row.
And it looks to be more. Now, this is Notorious. They have to be smart about economical decisions this round. $2,000 is what they should be saving, so they can have everything they need in the next 4,500 bucks. More than enough, so 1,800 should be good to go. But you're spending maybe too much here. He's got 1,200 bucks. He's going to need some real good kills. But Reunion should be up to 9 here. And Notorious, looking back at that first half, saying M249s for the last 3 rounds where we gave up 2 of them. Probably not the funnest, and the MP9 starts to shred on these. So I think it's shredded instead.
Yeah, I think that if Notorious do end up bringing us to a 3rd map, they should be looking at this and going, okay, maybe we need to take things a little more seriously. They do get the bomb down, so even the likely scenario of Reunion 3 versus 2 retake, successful in this retake, the money should be fairly fixed. The loss bonus is pretty high at this point, although we're going to get the peek onto the bench player right now. That Deagle has been hitting some hot shots, but Messiah unable to stand up against this one. And Bueller, okay, Bueller with 2 headshots, but it's not enough.
And that's a tied scoreline as we lose the HUD. I mean, 9-9 right now. Notorious is going to be coming back in with a purchase in this round. They got the bomb plant. We can see that they're still getting on the sites. The shots are still hitting. But again, you're going up against a now thriving and driving the game Reunion. Notorious are going to have to step up their individual game. Mid-window smoke should be hitting. Connector smoke as well, indicating a heavy presence towards mid here. Notorious are moving quick at it. They want underpass control, they want mid control, they want to scare Reunion onto their bomb site so they can fall back and just straight up execute.
Yeah, this one a very decisively, almost a called out of spawn B split. 3 players on Cat, already mid control, very well taken, and Reunion playing these passive positions. 1D looking to get 1 off the back of his angle, does manage to do so. Now Clum taking the next shots, but gets dropped. 4 versus 3, and Notorious going to get that bomb down, and now they're looking like the team of the level that we expect to see.
Notorious every single round from here on out needs to just do 2 things. Grab mid control quickly with presence in utility and spam, and then they need to execute onto the sites. Those are things that newer teams struggle with. Playing that basic mid control with heavy numbers is a very hard thing to deal with on the CT side if you're not absolutely coordinated. And after that gets done, you break any kind of coordination that has been created by the CT side. You just execute onto a site. Notorious just did that perfectly. Clum overwhelmed on the B site. Absolutely no chance for him to survive. Notorious find double digits.
Oh.
They don't even care. They got money in the bank. $4,000 plus across the board for Notorious. Just do it again. Smoke mid window, smoke connector, flashes over from upper B, maybe even from top mid, swing to take the fight, spam the smokes, grab that control, and then just execute onto a site. If you can grab mid control, you can execute on A and B site quite easily, and it looks like they're doing the opposite here. Smoke mid window, flashes to boot from Messiah, grabbing that control quickly to scare the defense into a fight mid, and then just a straight up pounce onto the A site as soon as Messiah feels pressured.
Well, full AK's out. Notorious not able to afford that AWP, so this full buy from Reunion, if they lose this, this is going to break their money for both teams. And so Notorious now opening things up strong. Luke with the kill, but Texture responds, and from behind Firebox, 1D able to spray down Insane, but Bueller going to prevent that from getting any worse. 3 versus 2 out on the A-bomb site for Notorious, and Reunion looking to recover. Got the AWP and the M4 coming in through missiles, through CT spawn as Notorious are they've got the maneuvers. Look at this. I don't think Reunion are going to expect players behind them and in front of them.
Now Messiah will go for a knife.
Sneaking up from behind Texera.
Okay, good.
assassinate him.
All right, Nutorious, you've displayed your mid control via defaults pretty heavy with some speed. You've elicited responses from the CT side that cause go signals both on the A and B site. It's time for you to read their money perfectly and just do a beautiful A execute, nice and slow, coordinated, and run the show. Get yourselves up to 12, and it looks like they're doing it. Saya says, I'm not even waiting. A little bit of a team molly coming in. What?
Well, I mean, sometimes the pace can be exactly what you need. They just get mauled on the A-bomb site. Nutorious just steamrolling out. Molly's into Texera. There's nowhere for him to go. He melts. And a 5 versus 2. Now for Nutorious. Yeah, they're getting this to 12 rounds with some good protocols, some good style here. Oh my gosh, Toasty pulling out the stiletto knife to stab Clum, and it's going to be 12.
I mean, at the end of the day, Nutorious take the lead, match point. And Reunion are going to have a couple of good things to look at here. We see Nutorious play that fast default B, fast default A, and then a straight up A execute, showing the pace change, showing the coordination, showing the protocols. But it should be back to that straight default mid control. Find the op of Texera, use the utility to force a reaction from the CTs, read the chessboard, and push your queen where it needs to go to clean up the king and put a 13th on the board.
Yeah, you've weakened up your opponents. Now it's time to go in for the final kill. Here, Nutorious already starting things off strong. A double entry. Texera, though, responds. Deletes Bueller from the server. The 4 versus 3, but Nutorious have already gotten themselves into some pretty advanced positions. Clum able to recover the B-bomb site from Toasty. In the meantime, though, that fake has been sold, and Nutorious are going to be out on the A-bomb site. Not a whole lot here to stop them. Smoke to stop the connector player, and the molly into jungle. Nutorious will be able to get that bomb down.
3v3 post here. There is a chance. Wendy swings a little bit early. Insane there. Catches him off, but Wendy did get good information. Saw all 3 positions towards CT spawn. Luke does rotate towards Tetris. And this is going to be a little bit of a trying 2v3 retake here for the CTs. I'm happy to have Clum and Texera here. Op and AK primed and ready. Double up from Connector, and as the util starts raining over to fight, it takes a little bit of a chunk. Messiah forced into the fight. Here's one, spots the second. Clum actually takes the head, and they're looking for this up close and personal fight. Clum with the USP finds a second, and now a 1v2 for Insane. Finds the first, and as the clock ticks out, he drops utility onto the bomb, and that's all she wrote. Clum does finally collect the 4th kill. Put up to 20 deep in the match. That's a 13-9 for Nutorious to close this series out 2-0. Well, logical conclusion. I'm pretty sure it's a logical conclusion. 13-3 on Ancient, the map pick of Nutorious, and then barring a little bit of fuck around, Nutorious finally closes out Mirage with some extremely calculated, beautiful counter-strike for at least 3 of the 4 last rounds.
Yeah, what I want to say is from those last few rounds, it felt like there was less, let's just go kill guys, and more, all right, let's actually call the play. And those plays all felt like they were called out of spawn. There was nothing where it was mid-round even required. They knew their defaults. They knew the playbook of, all right, what is our easy A? What is our easy B? All right, we know where the smokes go. Get them down. They can't handle it. And so as soon as they stop just playing fast and loose with the game and they start playing serious, it was all over. I think it was really great, though, just to see a little bit more from the Reunion side. It was, that first map, 13-3, is just, you don't even know what to do with the end of that. It's like the game ended. Okay. Shrug. Let's go to break. Like, there's some games where it's just like, oh, that was a 13-0, but we're 2 world-class teams.
Reunion didn't give up, though, right? Again, we talked about this at the end of Ancient. We saw the M249s, the Tasers, the Novas coming out, P90s even for the side of Nutorious. Whatever, you guys are winning. Keep it going. You got your perfect practice in. And then we get over to Mirage and Reunion. They always went for a little bit of a smoke break. They said, boys, we're here. We're not making playoffs already. We're 0-2 in our group. Let's just show them what we got. And they really did. They tied it up at 9. A little bit of attack pause comes out that I think might have hindered Reunion a little bit, letting the coach Wardino over there, the Nutorious, get on the mic. And then, like we mentioned, beautiful mid defaults into a B, beautiful mid defaults into an A, a straight A execute, and then a little bit of pressure applied to close it out. But yeah, other than that, I think that's all from us here tonight. Do you have anything else you want to add here at the end, Floofies?
No, I mean, shout out to the Wannagoons game as well. That was the one that we would have been on tonight, but there was a forfeit for that one. And, I can kind of see, hey, the Wannagoons are going into the 3-0 spot as well. So it's one of those, like, do we really want to play tonight? We could just not. Oh, well. Playoffs, I think, are going to be starting after the new year. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But I think we've got a few more group stage games between tomorrow and the Christmas holiday starting. So make sure you're following the channel, both this one and Play Crossfire CS for the B stream. And with that being said, I've been Floofies, Mr. Henry Bat on my right, and Will English on the sticks. All from us. Have a great rest of your night.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party, fire than everybody.
We show up in the party.
We show up in the party. We show up in the party. We show up in the party.